So, quick reminder, I went and grabbed a bunch of, looks like 4 quizzes between my 3 classes. No. So, let's see, from this class, Justine, you did your quiz, Jake, you did your quiz, and Presley did your quiz, so thank you so much for doing your quiz. Testing center. So some of you still owe it to me. The testing center is 1 through 4 today, if you need to do that there. Or you can, we'll find out the schedule next week, which will be a little different. Again, guys and girls, if you owe me that quiz, you have to go to the testing center to do it. I would not wait till the last week of the semester to do it. You did yours, you're good. So I kind of liked how I had gone through the word problems yesterday, kind of make it a little goofy, have some fun with it.
Yeah, you should do that today.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right. So, everyone have their word problem out. Let me find a few pictures that we can giggle at.
Search up the weirdest lawnmower you've ever seen.
Lawnmower, is a lawnmower and snowblower? Is that what it is?
It's lawnmower.
And
snow.
I wouldn't really know.
There's already
Like a shovel.
So you have to search up.
How is this like the homework? And I even drew pictures.
Good.
8 years.
I appreciate the pictures.
Wait, what did I do?
Wait.
Yeah, this kid. Can you recycle plastic?
Sure.
Was the homework 150?
Whoa, you're way better than you.
No, I keep doing the wrong homework. I did 150.
It was page 164, wasn't it?
What page? 164, 165.
164, 165.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
You saw me too.
Oh, I did it. Yeah. Jackie's message.
Yeah, yeah, she did it.
Wait, do you know what a demergence is? That's who he's messaging.
I have nothing funny here
It
on
was so
snowblowers.
awkward because she had his like arm and she was like pulling it over. So she like was holding it down.
Wait, when we were in the
Yeah.
Do a snowman.
It's a big girl. I got my shot. It really hurt. And I always
All right. So, first question we have here. We have last year, you. Howdy. Thank you.
Those are funny pictures.
Um,
Sorry, it's the board, not you.
last year, you mowed lawns and shoveled snow for 10 different homes in your neighborhood. Sound good? You charge $200 a season to mow the lawn and $180 a season to shovel the snow. So that means for like the whole summer, you pay $200. The whole winter, you get paid $180 per household. If you earned $1,880 last year, how many households did you mow the lawn for, and how many did you shovel snow for? Use equations to solve. Okay. So, let's work through these, see how we do. So we'll call lawn mowing X, we'll call snow blowing Y. Good? How much do we charge per season to mow yards? How much? 200. How much do we charge per season to take care of the snow?
180.
Everyone feel okay about those so far? Good stuff? It looks like we take care of 200, or we take care of how many homes?
10.
So 10 of our friends pay us to do this. Cool? All right, how much did I make?
1,800, 1,800.
1880? So between these two acts, I made $1,880. So how many things took place? Okay, so first thing is, hang on, let's see, anything else? You mowed or shoveled for 10 households. So you did one or the other. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you mowed or shoveled. So being that mowing was that, so the equation that there's 10 households will be x plus y equals the 10 households. The other equation is I did 200x, because that's how much I made charged for mowing for the season, plus 180y, and that's equal to 1880. And I'm not sure if the chatting in the back of the room is the right idea. I'll just let you guys make the adjustment. That's called a warning. Sorry. All right, so there's my two equations. X plus y equals 10, 200x plus 180y equals 1880. It appears that these are set up. I could substitute if I manipulated the top equation a little bit, or we could go through and do the elimination method. So I think we should get rid of, let's get rid of the y's. So I get rid of the y's. If I multiply the whole top by negative 1880, so let's bring this one down here. So I get negative 180x minus 180y equals negative 1800. And then this one we didn't have to do anything with. We have 200x plus 180y equals 1880. So if I combine those two equations together, what's going to be eliminated if I add them? Y's, okay? So my y values are now gone. So negative 180x plus 200x is 20x, I believe. So I got 20x down here.
Where did 180 come
Oh, because we chose to get rid of the x's, so I wanted to have opposite, or the y, excuse me, so I wanted opposite y values. So I already had a positive 180 and had a 1 here. So I chose negative 180 to distribute. And by doing that, that allows our y values in this to cancel out. Let's see, negative 1800 plus 1880 is going to be 80. So x is going to be 4. So how many households total did I do? So I mowed 4 different neighbors' yards. So how many friends' yards did we take care of between this or that? How many friends' yards did we take care of between the seasons? How many friends' yards did we take? And so we took care of 4 mowing season people, and we did 6 snow blowing. How do I know it's 4 and 6? Because I did 10 total. Good. Okay. So we happen to mow 4 people's lawns for the summer. We happen to take care of 6 other people's shoveling the snow and things like that. Lush. What do you think? Is there anything about that problem that you need to look at a little bit further? I think it's a silly fixture. Let's freeze that and let's find some more. All right, so next problem. Word problem day 2. Your mother and father took turns driving on a 580-mile trip. Okay. Let's find, we're on a road trip.
On the test, what's going to be on the test?
Math. So you will have the take-home test today. So
Today?
Yeah, I'll give it to you today. It'll be due Tuesday. Going on a road trip, right?
Yeah.
Woo! Yes. All right, your mother and father took turns driving on a 580-mile trip that took 10 hours to complete. Your mother always drives 55 miles an hour, and your father always drives 60 miles per hour. Boy, we got some road rebels there. How long did it take them to drive? Use a system of equations. So, we have mom, and we have dad in this equation. Okay? I don't know who's who. I kind of like the guy that's wearing the goggles and the snorkel. That's kind of a funny picture. All right, so we have to label one of them X, one of them Y. Doesn't matter. So I'll label mom X, dad Y. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hey, how far, between the two of them, how far did each person drive? How far did they drive combined? How much?
580 miles.
580 miles. Okay? Now, mom likes to drive at 55 miles per hour. Dad likes to drive at 60 miles per hour. Oh, actually. It said dad's 65?
No, 60.
Oh, shoot. You know what I just goofed up on? I'm sorry. Right here.
The equation?
Yeah, that isn't this one down here. So they drive 580. How many hours total does the trip take? 10. Okay. So my two equations, I'll have one being x plus y equals 10. Sound okay? So x plus y equals 10. And then I have 55x, because that's what mom drives, and 60y, because that's what dad drives, is equal to the 580 miles for our trip. So now we need to decide, do we want to get rid of x or y? Do I want to multiply the whole top equation by negative 55, or do I want to multiply the whole bottom equation by, our top equation by negative 60?
60 is even.
All right, okay, I'll go with you. So if we multiply the whole top equation by negative 60, and if we do that, we're going to get opposite y values. So I'll distribute that here and here and here. So this is going to go to negative 60x minus 60y equals negative, oh, squeeze in there, 600. Ah, this is 600. Is that okay? And then I have 55x.
Wait, Mr.
Talk to me.
You have to flip the equation to a negative?
Yeah, because when you add them together, you want to have opposite values when you add the two equations together. That's the reason behind that. All right, so if I add these two equations together, I get negative 60x plus 55x. That's negative 5x. The 60s are gone. And then I get negative 20, right? So x is equal to what? 4. Okay? So that means x was mom. So mom drove for 4 hours. How long did dad drive then, according to our equation? 6 hours. All right? I'm hoping the anxiety of word problems is lessening a little bit each time. If they're not, then, well, you still have the anxiety. You get the anxiety. So, again, on those sheets of paper that are your homework sheet, you should be taking notes on it. If you're not, well, I'm sorry. All right. So, sorry, I'm a Star Wars fan, so this next movie is about movies.
Yeah.
So I had to put the last Jedi Star Wars thing up. Says movie theater tickets cost $10 for an adult and $6 for a child. That's bargain rates these days. One group purchased 12 tickets for a total of $84. How many adult and how many children tickets were purchased? I would say this. If I'm going to go see a movie, I don't want any kids in there. During the movie. Again, in the movie theater? Huh?
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Put it up there for you guys for a reason. I can't wait either. I am a Star Wars.
Wait,
Not.
is it December 16th?
15th.
15th?
Not too long from today. Never seen Star Wars. That's a sad day
Is
for me.
the 15th a Friday?
Yep.
So it comes out Thursday.
The Thursday.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Because
I'm
the
gonna see
reason
it
behind
Thursday
that
night.
is because I don't want to watch a new movie and then be totally lost. So I have to watch like the first one.
Yeah, and you know you normally can't find watch movies from the past.
Yeah. Let's do a movie marathon.
I got them all recorded.
All
right.
Welcome to my house. It'll be great.
All right, so we have adults
So you can all watch this.
and you have children. All right, shh. Let's get back to this. So you have adults and children as far as tickets go. How much does an adult ticket cost according to our story tomorrow? $10. How much is the kid?
6 bones.
6 bones? All right. What else we know? Oh, how many tickets happen to be purchased? So there was 12 that were purchased. Oh, I guess we should label the adults X. We'll label the children Y. We just had to label it somehow. So of our adults and our kids, there happen to be 12 tickets that were purchased. Does that make sense? Okay. How much did they happen to spend on tickets? $86? 84. 84, right? So 10x, yeah, plus 6y is equal to 84. So these are my two equations. One talks about how many tickets are available, and the other one talks about how much each ticket costs and how much was charged. Okay? Someone asked yesterday, well, why can't I go just 10 plus 6 equals 84 or something like that? It's like, because 10 plus 6 is not equal to 84. A certain amount of $10 tickets was bought, a certain amount of $6 tickets were bought. Let's figure that out. Okay, now we have to choose, do we want to get rid of x or y? So x, so I'll multiply the whole bottom equation by what? Negative 10. Yeah, let's multiply the whole by negative 10. Okay, so let me extend this page. So the top equation is just going to come down, be as this. Then the whole bottom page equation, I'm going to distribute negative 10. So I have negative 10x minus 10y equals negative 120. And I'm going to add those together. If I add those two equations together, what happens? The x's are gone. So those cancel. 6y minus 10y is negative 4y. Is that okay? And just, if you have a calculator, go 84 plus negative 120. It's negative something.
Negative 30.
Negative 36?
Yeah.
Is that it? So what does y have to equal then?
9.
Huh? 9? 9? So there are 9 kids that went to this movie. How many tickets did we buy total? 12. So how many must be adults then?
3.
Can you go back down?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
All right. Next problem is you got a rectangle up there. Some person's walking around it. Problem number 4 says the perimeter of a rectangle is 42 meters. So this person would walk all the way around this rectangle. It would be 42 meters that they would have walked the entire distance when they got back to the starting point. Okay, I understand that probably doesn't look exactly like 42 meters. It is 4 meters longer than it is wide. What are the dimensions? Okay, so think about a rectangle. Now we've all been indoctrinated that the longer of the sides is called the length. And then you'll find out in geometry it doesn't really matter. Okay? So, talk to me about this. What I know my perimeter equation is 2L plus 2W. And I will give you that equation on the test. It will be next to the question. Okay? What are they telling me that the perimeter is equal to? How much? 42 meters? Okay. All right. So, what do we know? What does it tell us? Hey, Sean. What do we know?
4 meters longer than its width. Something.
It is 4 meters longer than its width. So, if I call the width x, that means the length has to be 4 meters longer. What do you think? You see how I just changed L and W to be in terms of x? Okay? So, I think we can use all of our information that's given, and let's just highlight things that we're going to plug in. Nope, not crayon. Let's highlight. Okay, I'm going to go here. That's an important feature. This is an important feature. And this is an important feature. Okay? And we're going to take all of those important features and we are going to plug in to this equation here. And we should be able to solve it. How many equations are up there now? How many will be up there when we go to start solving this? There's only one. We're only using the perimeter equation. We happen to know what the length is equal to. So I'm going to take all of the blue information and plug it into the highlighted yellow information. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's take a look. Okay, so pen. Okay, so I want to plug our information in here. So I had P. What is P going to be now? How much? 42. Equals to, what did we label L? X plus 4. What did we label W? Now I only have one equation to deal with. Is that all right? So things I need to do, probably distribute here and then multiply those. So I'm going to get 42 equals 2x plus 8 plus 2x. 2x and 2x is 4x. So I get 4x plus 8. Yeah, a little easier. But the reason I made it easier is because we turn those in terms of x. That's a pretty neat trick on these. Let's see, subtract the 8. So that's going to be
36.
36?
Is it 36?
No.
32.
34, isn't it? If I subtract 8 from 42,
There, why don't we just use a
8 from 42 is 36.
42 minus 8
36.
34.
Oh. What are we supposed to
all right, so divide each side by 4. So x is going to equal, hey, you have your calculator still? Just go 34 divided by 4 and give me the decimal.
It's
No.
8.5.
8.5. It would be 9 if it was 36. So my x value, my width is 8.5 meters. Then my length is going to be 8.5 plus 4, so that's going to be 12.5 meters. So let's see. Let's make sure this will work. Yep, okay. 17, 25. Yep, it works. It works. So the reason I only had one equation, if you see the trick sometimes that might happen with these, if you make the length and width in terms of x, you've eliminated your variables nicely. Okay?
So would the length be y or x?
The length is x plus 4. We made the length in terms of the width.
So there's no Y?
We don't have a y. So that's the big trick. If you can, rather than calling this x and y, if you can realize, okay, I'm going to call this x, and we know the length is 4 more than the width, x plus 4, then we have nothing further to go with. So it's a quick little trick sometimes. Quick little trick. All right, a waitress has a total of 35 quarters and dimes in her pocket. If she has $6.50 in these quarters and dimes, how much does she have of each? Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's a compliment. I'm trying.
It's so cold in
All right. It's our last word from. Ready?
Yeah.
Talking about a waitress, yes?
Yeah.
Kind of a crazy looking waitress you got up there.
I like it.
Alright.
I don't like the cafeteria lunch.
You know what the picture on the paper reminds me of? The one from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
All right.
Shut up.
Our particular waitress has dimes and quarters, right? So dimes, let's call X. Quarters, let's call Y. Sound good? So waitress reaches into her pocket, or if it's a waiter, his pocket, or their pocket, or whatever pocket, pulls out of their pocket. They realize they have quarters and dimes in their hand. They count how many quarters and dimes there are, but they aren't adding it all up. How many coins are there? How many?
35.
35 coins. So the coin are 35. So reach in pocket, pulls out, oh my gosh, I have 35 coins. Oh, look, that's weird. They're only dimes and quarters. Does that make sense so far? What else do we know? Oh, okay. And then the waitress counts up 650, you said?
Yeah.
The waitress counts them all up to give us 650. Okay. Now, how much is a dime? 10 cents. Okay. So a dime is 0.10. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
How much is a quarter? So it's 0.25 with a dollar sign. How's that work? Does that work all right? All right. So first equation with the dimes and quarters. I have X plus Y equals 35 coins. Make sense? We don't know how much money it is. Yeah.
Can't we just say that all the money is it's all 25s?
Yeah, but it might not add up to 650 then. It might. I don't know. But let's double check. If 35 quarters adds up to 650, that means that we don't have any dimes in this equation. But let's take a look. All right, so 0.10x plus 0.25y equals 6.50. Now, when we start dealing with decimals, people's anxiety starts to increase a little bit. So let's do this. Let's take this equation, just make it x plus y equals 35. Let's multiply everything here by 100.
What?
Okay, watch what's going to happen. If I multiply by 100, I get 10x. If I multiply by 100, I get 25y. If I multiply by 100, I get 650. So what I did is I converted my dollar amount to cents. Okay? I still have 10 cents. I still have 25 cents. And I have 650 cents. 650 cents is $6.50. Okay? So if I've done that, here are my two equations that we want to start to manipulate. Okay? So I want to probably get rid of x, and I'm choosing x for what reason? It's 10. Good. Okay, and it's easy to multiply by 10. So I'm going to multiply this whole top equation by negative 10. So let's bring this equation down here. I get negative 10x minus 10y equals negative 350. And then what about this equation? We did nothing to it, but I'm just going to bring it down for the ride. So now I'm going to add those two equations together. What value is falling out? The x, they're gone. So now I get 15y, negative 350 plus positive 650 is 300. Divide each side by 15, and I find that I have 20.
So you have 15 times.
So we had 35 total?
Yeah.
Cool. So the y was we said it was our quarters, right? So if y is 20, and we happen to have 35 total coins, that means 15 of them have to be dimes. So it wasn't all quarters to make 650. That makes sense? Yeah, here you go. Yeah. Going up. All right, there are more pages of word problems, but I think we have satisfied what we are going to see as far as what's going to be on the test. So I'm going to pass out now. This is your take-home test. You have the opportunity to work on this for the remainder of the period. You can work with each other. You can log on to my videos if you'd like to. When we get back here on Monday, we will have all of Monday to also work on this. If you come back Monday going, I did nothing, guess what? I bet you don't get it done by Tuesday. Okay, and there's still some of you that are it's like, hey, where's your take-home test? Oh, I don't know.
Wait, how long ago is that?
I have people who have not, they never turn their take-home test in. It's worth a test grade. It's like, why am I doing so poorly? You haven't turned your take-home test in. Well, I didn't know that was worth points. Well, I'm making this some sort of, hidden secret. So, coming out to you is your take-home test. You can ask me clarifying questions, but you can't ask me to help you work anything out. You can work with each other, work for yourself. I'd say I would take the next couple minutes, take a good look at it, figure out, okay, what do you feel good about that you know how to do, that you can knock out over the weekend, and what maybe should you get with friends during class on Monday and figure it out.
You buy tickets already?
Is Kristen still in our class? I don't even know. He just not coming.
Oh, I don't know.
I found tickets, but
He
for Friday.
Snapchat me screen, so I know he's still
Oh,
alive.
I should say down the car.
But
Everybody got one? So again, this is the take-home test. This take-home test is worth points. This take-home test will be collected on Tuesday. Tuesday is when we will have our in-class test. Got it? Let me save the video.